Good evening, everyone. We have a special treat for everyone here, from everyone here, and for everyone, for and from everyone here at Speedrunners Arena. We have the Grudge match. We've been telling you the whole time, the second we split it into two brackets, at the end, the Rat Champion and the Mouse Champion would go at it. Well, it's time. I hope you're all hyped. We have our champion of the Rat bracket, Zeb316, and the champion of the Mouse bracket, Tilimorf. They're going to go at it. This is going to be a best of 5. We've got 3 scheduled for tonight, and 2 more scheduled for tomorrow, should they be necessary. But yeah, looks like our runners have readied up. So let me switch us over, and we'll get this party started. I am, of course, your host, the Cheese Reaver. I am both restreaming and commentating all 3 matches tonight. Joining me with tracking is Sailor Jade. Thank you, Sailor Jade, for the help. But yeah, let me switch us over. Well, let me kill this background music. Switch us over. And because I'm restreaming and commentating, I can't actually listen, so please let me know if there are any sound issues that need to be worked out. I already see a small issue that's going to bother me unless I fix it on Tilly's feed. Sorry, you're going to see me crop just a little bit in real time. Just a little bit. Alright, there we go. Got rid of the blue. Alright, well, the runners have readied up, so I'm going to drop the gate. And we're going to get started. Alright, the gate has been dropped. The 10-second countdown has started, and then we'll just, of course, have to wait on stream delay as per usual. But yeah, this should be good stuff. We got 2 champions here, gonna take each other on. Zeb, of course, finally winning the Rat bracket after, I believe, a total of 12 races against Ashter. It was either 11 or 12 total races against Ashter. It was a lot. They raced a whole lot, and they were great the whole time. But all right, looks like, there we go. Looks like Tilly went with some palette randomization. That is a very dark blue ship and a very dark blue Samus. Appears that Zeb decided to go for a standard palette. We'll have to see whether Tilly randomized just the Samus and ship palette or the whole thing. I'm going to go with the whole thing, because yeah, that climb is not the same color. There, both of our runners employing the Moonfall to get through the climb. Everybody going through pit room. Both of our runners getting through pitless. Nicely done. And we'll go down to find the morph ball. Well, of course it is the morphing ball, not the morph ball, but it is the morphing ball on the morph ball pedestal, which is kind of weird. But hey, I don't write the rules. I just sometimes obey by them. That will, of course, be the first items our runners find due to some logic changes at the very beginning of the season. Actually, the entire season, it was part of the way through the qualifiers. The morphing ball will always be the first item that our runners find here in SMRAT. So it's time to find the first truly randomized item. And did I remember to randomize the seed? We'll find out. But Zeb has found missiles at Alpha Missiles. Not the most exciting find ever. Tilly just a half a screen behind. Alright, and in the ceiling, Zeb finding another pack of missiles. Thus far, the available goods are not really paying off. And a third pack of missiles. So we are at the Morph Ball Missile Party. And that's all you've got. That means our runners are going to have to make their way up towards the Bomb Chorizo. Bomb Chorizo, of course, in this situation, will have to either hold bombs or power bombs, as the Alcatraz escape is not in logic. Unfortunately for our runners, they will not be able to check anything on the way up to Bomb Chorizo, So they will be orphaning checks at Billy Mays, the construction zone, Old Mother Brain's tank, 230 missiles. You're orphaning a lot of checks. A lot of times you'll see runners drop down and grab the 230 check after doing the Bomb to Rezo check, but very rarely will you see them make their way back into Retro Breath. Alright, so we've got Zeb in the climb and Tilly starting the climb. Of course, no route diversion as of yet, but really there has been no choice for route divergence as of yet, with the whole finding nothing but missiles in Retro Bryn. And Bomb Chorizo is holding power bombs. Unsurprising, when Bomb Chorizo holds your first bomb item, I believe it's a 95% chance to be power bombs. We all would love to see a Bomb Chorizo fight, but it's so rarely in the cards in SM Rat. Alright, looks like Zeb is going to drop down and at least do the 230 missile check. As Tilly makes his way out of Bomb Chorizo, and I'm sure we'll see an Alcatraz escape from him. And 230 is another pack of missiles. I don't know what kind of seed I rolled, but there's a lot of missiles in the early game. Tilly having a little bit of trouble with the Alcatraz, and then the second I say something about it, he gets it no problem. But that will cost him a little bit of time, those couple of failed attempts at Alcatraz, so he will be about a Terminator or so behind Zeb. But we're still in the early game. Routing usually comes, there's going to be some routing changes at some point, one would expect. And just a Kappa tank at the Terminator. Not your favorite thing to see, but since you have no energy tanks yet, you absolutely 100% pick up that reserve tank. You are not yet in the business of skipping reserves. Right, Zeb, going to do a peek at the back of Gauntlet. Sees a pack of supers and a pack of regular missiles. Depending on what they find, those supers could be important. The chances that the missiles are important is basically negligible. As Tilly picks up that reserve tank. Alright, Zeb making his way into Green Bryn. And Tilly gonna do the same. Tilly did not peek the back of Gauntlet, I don't believe. Unless I missed it, but I don't think I saw him do so. So he does not have the knowledge of what's at the back of Gauntlet. Ooh, and that is a space jump under the Crumble Bridge in Mock Ball. That's big. Space jump opens up a lot of things. And we have a green Bryn for Zeb and a pinkish Bryn for Tilly. Not sure. But Zeb finding some supers and some more power bombs at Bryn Reserve. Definitely going to pick those up. Doesn't bother to pick up the missiles. And some vanilla supers at early supers. We do not have any in-logic super missiles as of yet. But that early space jump is big. That puts a lot of random little things in logic. Primarily, Kraid is now actually in logic. Landing site power bombs are in logic. They have the up logic to get to Gauntlet, though through logic for Gauntlet always requires screw attack. They have a lot of up logic in a lot of places. Alright, Zeb going to make his way into Edicoons, finds an E-tank. Tilly just picked up space, like that, just picked it up. Zeb finds another E-tank. We may have ourselves a very healthy Edicoons here. We've seen 2 E-tanks. Will we see a third? Ah, yes, space was at the Crumble Bridge in Bryn Reserve. Alright. Zeb making his way up to the Edikun Power Bomb location, and we'll find some more missiles, and he does not want them. But a weird seed thus far. Really, that space jump, kind of the only item of note. Well, and the fact that they don't actually have any in-logic super missiles as of yet. These runners both, quote, high enough quality. Logic matters to them, but only in a routing perspective, not in a what tricks they know. Welcome, Destroyer 2001. Yes, you have made it in time, and we have 3 of these races tonight. For anybody who wasn't here when we first started, this is the Rodent of Unusual Size Grudge match between Zeb316, our Rat Bracket champion, and Tilimorf, our Mouse Bracket champion. This is a best of 5, and 3 races will be tonight and 2 tomorrow, if we need to go all the way to 5. And it should be good fun. As you can see, Zeb has chosen a vanilla color palette, whereas Tilly went for the randomized color palette, and it has led to some demon-eyed side hoppers. It's kind of creepy, I won't lie. Right, with those super missiles in the middle of Big Pink, though, that does put supers in logic for our runners, so no worries there. Ooh, and Zeb finding a various suit at the wave gate. That is big time. That's a big find. It is not in logic yet, but I'm sure Zeb doesn't care, and I'm sure Tilly won't care as long as he also checks it. And nice early various suit opens up a whole lot of things. Now I know right before we started here this evening, Zeb was doing some high jump bootless lava dive practice. I wonder if he'll try to take that that various suit and head to Lower Norfair. Just get it out of the way early. Tilly finds the Spazer at charge. And yes, I very much hope Tilly does not skip that wave gate. We know Tilly is perfectly capable of doing wave gate glitch. We've seen him do it tons of times. And he is going up. He's just using a low power bomb strat for Big Pink, so I do expect we will see him check the wave gate item. And Zeb is making his way out of Big Pink and into Green Hills. The pipe is just missiles. We have seen a lot of missiles thus far, and we have seen Zeb skip a lot of missiles thus far. Alright. Tilly's trying to set up for the wave gate glitch. Fires just a little on the late side. Looks like he got it there, and he will also be rewarded with that various suit, which is big. Which is very big. And we'll get to see what color Tilly's various suit turns. Because we're from a dark blue power suit to... Did we actually get a color change? I'm not certain we did. Like, it might be a slightly different shade of blue. I think it's a little lighter, yeah, but it's not much of a difference. Zeb, meanwhile, has checked X-ray, just found a Kappa tank, did not want any piece of that. So we'll leave and head down. I'm almost certain we will see Zeb continue to head down Red Tower and head over to Kraid and probably into Norfair with having that early various suit. Zeb to make his way into Spazer. And looks like Tilly is going to check X-ray, but is probably trying to farm up a little bit of health. Probably not super excited about that health value with all the spikes in X-ray. Zeb, meanwhile, just finds an E-tank at Spazer. Oh, yep, and so that's why, though Tilly having that Various suit is not taking anywhere near full damage from those spikes. Which is very good, because if he was taking full damage from the spikes, he would be dead now. Tilly just rolls on through, doesn't check the item at X-ray, and goes ahead and grabs that reserve tank. Zeb heading into Kraid's lair. 3 items here, 2 of which are locked by Kraid, the other one you can pick up early. But Zeb does not check the Kraid missile item just yet. And I will say, this is one of the few times where you're going to see Kraid done actually in logic. Because only a couple of items actually put Kraid into logic in SMRAT settings. And most of the time, you don't have them when you're actually going into Kraid's lair. Alright, let's see whether Zeb can pull off a Kraid quick kill. Zeb, a super top-notch player. I expect he'll have no issues with it. Hand goes up, hand goes down, Kraid goes down. No problems there. Tilly picking up that E-tank at Spazer will be super happy to find that with that health situation. And Zeb finding the Ice Beam at Varia. Ice, great item, means he won't need to necessarily find Speed Booster to get to Bot Wound. Ice just has several uses, but that is an Ice Beam. It's an Ice Beam. Ha ha ha! Alright, okay, good. The actual, like, Kraid statue, statue of mouth going into Kraid's lair for Tilly was this horrible, horrible shade of yellowy green. It was just awful. Luckily we didn't have to see it for long. Alright, so super missiles at Kraid missiles, and Zeb gonna check the frog pocket. And frog pocket is more supers, but Zeb will definitely pick those up. Now has the magic number of 30 that most runners will want before they head towards Ridley. That's true, Eden. Ice Beam gives Upper Red Tower into logic, though Space Jump may have already put it in logic. I'm actually not sure about getting up there. Yeah, it's also called Kraid's Pantry and a few other things. I like to call it the Frog Pocket because people call B-Toms frogs, and it's a pocket full of frogs, so it's Frog Pocket. Alright, Tilly going for the quick kill. Oh, didn't like the first setup, so just pops a... Oh! Unfortunately, Tilly getting trolled a little bit, and we will see a stand-up. Alright, Zeb finding charge, and we definitely saw ice. Or not ice, wave. So both charge and wave in the high jump area. That's big. I mean, in new route, any percent, he's got final beam. He is literally a gravity suit from Go mode. Alright, Tilly finishes off Kraid, and will be rewarded with that Ice Beam. Zeb checks the Croc Escape, just probably mostly checking for gravity there. It is just some supers. That's okay, defensive, because we got 3 of them lined up back to back. So even if you missed the beginning of this one, there's at least 2 more today, and possibly up to 2 more tomorrow. Alright, Zeb gonna check Crumble Shaft. Find supers. Isn't real interested in those. it's always Jay's fault. You're always safe to blame Jay for stuff. Tilly gonna go into the frog pocket as well. As Zeb heads towards Ice. Ice not in logic. Ice is gated behind Speed Booster. But Zeb good enough to not really worry about it. And it just finds missiles. And with that ammo count and that beam combo, Zeb probably... We may not see Zeb pick up any more ammo. If he picks up anything else, it might be one more pack of power bombs, just so he's got Crystal Flash ammo. Zeb gets the nice ice escape. And I expect we're going to see him head towards Bubble Mountain, or we may even see him head towards Lower Norfair and do a bootless lava dive. We will have to see. Meanwhile, we've got Tilly heading into high jump. Will be rewarded with a charge beam and a wave beam. That wave beam puts that Varia suit in logic. So our runner's items are actually all now in logic. The Varia suit was really the only thing that wasn't yet. The wave beam puts it in logic because it was behind the wave gate. Which means there's a decent chance Bubble Mountain actually holds some progression. And thank you, MM2 Nest cartridge, for the smoky validations. Both Zeb316 and Tilimorf have picked up that wave beam and have therefore smoky validated their run. And Zeb does pick up one more pack of power bombs. Very unsurprised there, like I said, that is likely just for Crystal Flash ammo. And Zeb gonna check Norfair Reserve. While I'm thinking about it, I'm sure you guys are enjoying this race between Zeb316, our Rat Champion, and Tilimorf, our Mouse Champion. If you're not already following these guys, you should be. They're both great runners. They both, give good commentary while they're running. It's good stuff. You should also follow our tracker, Sailor Jade. They are helping me out by tracking, I believe, our first two matches, and then I believe MM2 might be tracking our third match. I know there's somebody tracking our third one. I'd have to look back at the Discord to find out who I've slept since then. It's MM2. Yeah. Alright, so Zeb not finding much of note at Norfair Reserve, now gonna head towards Speed. And we've got Tilly and Zeb pretty much at the exact same spot. Especially considering Norfair Reserve didn't have anything of note. Tilly might skip it for now. Which could gain him back some time. Speed Booster just missiles, and Speed Booster missiles just super missiles. Both of our runners having that charge ice wave spacer and decent bit of ammo. Zeb having 45 supers doesn't grab the supers. Tilly only having 35 does go ahead and grab them. And I expect we'll see both of our runners make their way to wave. And thinking about it, because they have the wave beam, Croc is in logic. They have Varia and wave, which puts Croc in logic. So it might be time for our runners to place their bets on the Eight-Eyed Wonder and keep the faith that is Crocomire. Wave missiles is just another Kappa tank. That is the third Kappa tank that we have seen. And just supers at wave beam. Which means logic. Well, honestly, because of what they've got, there's a whole lot of things that can be a whole lot of places logically. They've got the Varia suit, and at least, I think they've seen 6 tanks now, all told. Varia suit plus 6 tanks puts Fantoon in logic, and they've got the space jump to get there. Criteria power bombs in logic. Croc is in logic. Like they've got a lot of stuff in logic right now. So Croc isn't necessarily progression, but if I were them, I would go ahead and head towards Croc because it's much easier to go to Croc now and hope you find something that gets you through Lower Norfair than to wait, go to wreck ship, find nothing, and it turned out that Croc had it all, to start with. gonna see Tilly. Yep, Tilly's gonna go ahead and check Norfair Reserve before heading down to Crocmire. And Zeb316 is going to keep the faith and place his bets on the 8-eyed wonder. Going with the combo missile super strat. Sadly, neither of our runners have the grapple beam, so we will not see them use the grapple strats against Croc, which don't work, they're just hilarious. And more supers in the Croc E-Tank. Zeb, uninterested in picking those up, is very happy with that 45 supers plus that beam combo. And looks like Tilly is also going to head down, likely also going to head for Croc. Sees the power bombs at Bubble Mountain, does not pick them up, and is going to head over. There is a decent chance, should Zeb not find anything of note here, that we see Zeb go for the bootless lava dive. I don't know if Tilly does bootless lava dive, but I know I've seen Zeb do it before, and he was doing some practice of it before the race started. Alright, Zeb checks Croc power bombs, just find missiles. And Tilly is taking on a nice blue Crocomire. I like that color of Crocomire. I think it looks good on the 8-eyed wonder. Alright, cosine room, just missiles for Zeb. Tilly with an almost, I'd almost call that powder blue, but it's a little too dark to be powder blue on that Crocomire. If it were within my power, Sailor Jade, I would 100% be okay with that. Sadly, it is not. And there is the speed booster. So speed puts what into logic? Climb supers, because they have ice. They already had up logic. Rexia Preserve and Climb supers might actually be the only, well no, I would say Aqueduct, they don't have Gravity Suit, so. Oh, Waterway's not in logic without Gravity Suit though. They can go to Waterway, but it does logically require Gravity Suit. Yeah, so I think right now all that puts into logic is Climb supers and Rexia Preserve. And that is the only real item of note that Crocomire's lair held, though the speed booster is, of course, a major item to find. So yeah, I don't know whether we will see Zeb head up towards Wreck Ship, possibly with a stop through Retro Brinstar and Climb supers, or head down and just do the bootless lava dive. Yeah, if he's farming here, he's definitely headed towards Ridley. There's no question there. There's no way he would spend this much time farming otherwise. Because nothing that he would be doing heading up would require the amount of ammo that he's currently going for. Yep, I expect we're going to catch a save. Yep, he's going to catch a save at the Croc save, and then he's going to go for the bootless lava dive. Tilly, on the other hand, picking up that speed booster, is going to go check the grapple item, which I believe was just missiles. It was definitely an ammo item of some variety. And yep, just missiles. And now we'll have to see. Does Tilly? I don't know whether Tilly does bootless lava dive or not. I truly do not know. I've never seen him do it, but that doesn't mean he doesn't do it. We'll see probably pretty quickly whether we see him farm here or not. Zeb, on the other hand, is 100% going for that bootless lava dive. Going for the roll entry. Definitely has more health than you would normally have in a GT Classic run here. And gets the bootless lava dive. First try, no muss, no fuss, no problem. That was a textbook bootless lava dive by Zeb there. Tilly, on the other hand, gonna head out. Likely gonna head up Red Tower towards Wreck Ship. Not gonna go for that bootless lava dive, which I do not, don't blame him for, because I don't do bootless lava dive. Tilly gonna check ice, since that speed booster did put it in logic. But I think ice itself was, actually I think it was both ammo. I think it was a missile and a super between ice and rumble shaft. Zeb doesn't quite get fast pillars. He's gonna go ahead and reset the room. Is going for the Echoes pillars, but not the actual spark, which I like because his health would have left him in a very precarious position with that spark. We will see him kill the gold pirates here in worst room in the game. Has tons of ammo to do it with. And then can just space jump his way out. But those pirates hurt. Those pirates hurt a lot. So I don't blame him for murdering them as opposed to try to jump around them. Is gonna go do a check for the generic rodent mascot missiles because I'm not getting sued by Disney. And it's just supers. Zeb goes ahead and picks those up. And Tilly is gonna make his way out of Norfair. I will say, because of that bootless dive and how successful he was at it, I would give Zeb a pretty sizable lead here. But if Tilly galaxy brains this and goes immediately to climb supers and finds gravity there, and Zeb doesn't, and high jump and grapple are both in weird spots, Tilly can still win this, but he's gonna need some help from the logic to do so. He's gonna need Zeb to make a mistake, or he's gonna need some help from the logic. Yeah, that makes sense. Which, shout out to Tilly. I mean, he won the mouse bracket. Zeb is one of the best randomizer players that we've got right now. I mean, he won the rad bracket. He's one of the best we have. There is no shame in losing to Zeb. Not saying that he will, because like I said, this could just be a Galaxy Brain item location could still pull this out for Tilly. Zeb's health not looking super amazing. Actually didn't have enough health to get the Shine Spark kill on the Kung Fu Pirates. But he'll get some health from one of them, and then I'm sure we'll see him farm up pre-Ridley. Tilly finding an E-take behind Alpha Power Bombs, and I didn't see what he found at Alpha Power Bombs. But I don't see anything new major item-wise on his tracker, so okay, Dimensive saying supers, thank you. Alright, so Zeb doing the pre-Ridley farm. Really just needs health, has plenty of supers to kill Ridley. Nothing of note at Beta Power Bombs, just more supers. Tilly already sitting on 65, plus a good beam combo, so really is not interested in ammo at this point. Alright, and we've got Zeb about to take on the Space Pelican. pogo is going. It's already over halfway done. Continues the pogo. Gets the turnaround. Should be able to finish off Ridley during this pogo. And believes he has it. And the Space Pelican is down. Alright, Tilly peeking the Morph Ball maze missiles in over the ocean. Just finds missiles. Gets the X-ray at ocean missiles as Zeb finds bombs. Honestly, I would think in this situation, Zeb would have much rather have found high jump there than bombs. High jump being one of the other somewhat high frequency items found behind Ridley. But Zeb doing a little bit of farming. Not 100% sure for what. Well, he doesn't have a great way to deal with 3 musketeers, so he's probably just making sure he's got enough supers to finish them off. Right, Tilly making his way into the wreck ship, finds the spring ball at spooky missiles. We all love the spring ball. Tilly gonna go for the speedball strat. Doesn't quite get it. Tilly gonna head into Fantoon. Unfortunately, doesn't have plasma to go with that X-ray for the purposes of microwaving, but still has a Varia suit, has plenty of health. Probably isn't too worried about his safety in this fight. It's what looks to be a mid with a fast reappear. Could be a vanilla Grav. I'm honestly thinking Grav might be somewhere more of a Galaxy Brain play, like a Climb Supers. But we will see. I expect eventually one of them will find Gravity. Zeb's kit Zeb not really kitted out for Suitless Meridia. So unless he finds something in the exit, we'll probably see him also head up towards Wreck Ship. Oh, Tilly fires the super a little too early against Fantoon and has enraged him. So we'll have to wait out the enrage before he can finish off the Elephant Ghost. Zeb's health looking real sketchy. But Zeb does have Crystal Flash ammo here. And that is a dead Elephant Ghost on Tilimorf's side. And Zeb could go ahead and go for the Crystal Flash. Now his ammo going into 3 Musketeers isn't going to be super spectacular, but I mean, he's got Charge Beam, so if he wants to, he can stand there and kill them. And he's got enough health, he can take a couple of hits, so he may just elect to damage boost his way through. Doesn't check the Fraker Z item. I mean, to be fair, really the only thing he's looking for is Gravity here. And he knows Gravity cannot be in Lower Norfair. So we'll have Tilly starting some of these checks here in Wreck Ship. Zeb makes his way back to Bubble Mountain. Right side supers is just some vanilla supers. And you know, Dimensive, that's something I've never thought of. That some issues with the palette swap. You get very used to exactly what color Fantoon is when you can super him, but with the palette swap, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. All right, Tilly, making use of that space jump to get to the pointy room of life. Let's see how he traverses the pointy room of life. Uses that space jump to full effect and has no real problems. Meanwhile, we've got Zeb heading back towards Red Tower. We'll have to see what he does. Zeb has a couple of options here. He can either head up Red Tower, he can head back towards Red Star, maybe do a waterway check, or head into Retro Bren. Because Construction Zone wasn't checked, Billy Mays wasn't checked, underneath Old Mother Brain hasn't been checked, and the Climb Supers are in Logic. So we'll have to see what Zeb does. Nope, Zeb gonna head up. Philly gets guillotined a little bit by one of those platforms, but had enough health to survive it. Thus far for Tilly, Wreck Ship has been kind of a dud. We'll have to see whether he decides to complete the Wreck Ship, and looks like he will. He is not going to bug out early. Zeb is doing checks at the top of Red Tower. We'll happily pick up that energy tank just for the free refill, more than likely. Tilly gonna do a spark through attic. Doesn't quite get the last key hunter, but finishes that off and is gonna head over towards the robot room. What are the robots holding behind them? Just regular missiles. We know Morphball Maze is just regular missiles. Wreck Ship running out of locations to have anything of note. There are the 3 items at Bowling and Sky Missiles, and that's it. But I mean, at this point, Tilly's looking for Gravity Suit. That is the one item Tilimorf is looking for. Something like a Screw Attack or some high jump boots or even a Plasma Beam would be nice. But Tilly's looking for high jump boots. Well, not high jump boots, Gravity Suit. The Gravity Suit gives Tilimorf everything he wants to finish this seed up. Sky Missiles is just an energy tank. So just 2 items to go because he checked Wreck Ship Reserve and it was just power bombs. Tilly does not have enough power bombs. To check. Is Tilly gonna try and farm up a power bomb or just skip bowling missiles? I'm not sure what's his best drop percentage here. I don't know if it's the pancakes or if it's the bugs. As Zeb picking up that spring ball. Oop. Lots more with feeling. Tilly not getting lucky. I'm pretty sure the bugs have a 2% chance. I'm not sure about the pancakes. I don't know if it's any higher or not. Alright, Zeb, going into Fantoon. One thing Zeb has to be careful of is if Zeb doesn't get a power bomb drop from Fantoon, Zeb is soft locked. Now, the chances Zeb doesn't get a power bomb from Fantoon are exceedingly low, but we have seen it happen before. I'm not trying to put that evil on anybody. I'm just saying, we have seen it before. I believe, though, that was actually due to someone getting health bombed. Which, the chances that Zeb gets health bombs pretty low. He would have to take a sunrise surprise to the face. Oh, you are right, Scurry. Zeb has regular bombs, so Zeb does not have that problem. Zeb also won't have the same problem that Tilly's having. He only needs one power bomb total to check everything down here. Well, actually, he can check Wreck Ship Reserve from above, so he doesn't even need that. Yeah, Zeb doesn't actually need any power bombs to deal with the top half of Wreck Ship. Tilly, on the other hand, Tilly gonna give up on Wreck Ship on bowling missiles. Zeb did get a single power bomb as a drop, though, so. Now, unfortunately for Tilly, Tilly spent a lot of time trying to farm up that power bomb and did not get it. So he's got to either be hoping for power bombs at Gravity. Gravity at Gravity, of course, would be awesome, or that just that there isn't anything important at bowling missiles. Gravity is starting to run out of locations it can be. Just supers at bowling, so Tilly not going to be able to check the item. So, if I'm Tilly here, I'm definitely heading towards Retro Bryn, doing climb missiles on my way down, and checking Billy Mays, Construction Zone, and hoping I find Gravity somewhere among that. Well, I'm checking Criteria power bombs first, then I'm doing all that. Though Tilly, I don't believe, knows what's at the back of Gauntlet. I don't believe he checked it. Yeah, with every check that they make that's not Gravity Suit, the odds of Gravity Suit being at that one item Tilly wasn't able to check increase. Tilly gonna go for the Criteria Power Bombs location. And will be rewarded with regular missiles. If you really call that a reward. Alright, Zeb finds the supers at Wreck Ship E-Tank. Says no thanks. And looks like Tilly is going for the wraparound shot. And is going to go for the Gauntlet Spark. Got the door open, and... oh, didn't get the door open. But Tilly has various space jump and enough power bombs that Gauntlet's not really an issue. Let's see what's at the front half of Gauntlet. We know the back half is just ammo. Front half is just supers. The chances of Gravity being at Climb Supers increase with every check we see. Because at this point, it's either in Retro Bryn, Climb Supers, or Retro Bryn, Climb Supers, or the one item we didn't see in Wreck Ship. Tilly farming up a couple of power bombs prior to heading down towards Retro Bryn. Honestly, if I were Tilly, I would have gone back to the ship and refilled on power bombs. 4 power bombs, you're not going to be able to check everything here. So do you Galaxy Brain? And it looks like Tilly is going for the Galaxy Brain. Lend the cat, we do not. But there aren't a whole lot of locations left where gravity can be. The only spots we haven't seen are the Wreck Ship Reserve missiles that we're about to see Zeb check, Climb Supers, and then pretty much everything in Retro Bryn Star. It's basically got to be one of those. Climb Supers, just missiles. Galaxy Brain, unfortunately not working out. Oh, and the gravity suit is here. That hurts for Tilimorf. So that is exceedingly unfortunate for Tilly. Because we're going to see Tilly last location that item. He is going to check everything in Retro Bryn, and he's going to check all of this before going back to Wreck Ship to check that item. So that is unfortunate, and Zeb already had a lead, but that gives Zeb a pretty much insurmountable lead, barring a major death. And even then, Zeb has a save in Wreck Ship. So I don't even know if a death would do it at this point. Tilly needs to find that gravity suit and still has to do all of Lower Norfair. That is unfortunate for Tilimorf, but very fortunate for Zeb. I mean, until he spent a lot of time trying to farm up a power bomb to be able to check that, but was not able to. Alright, now we see Tilly filling up back at the ship and probably gonna head down to Retro Bryn as Zeb cracks the tube and heads into Meridia. Cell tips. Gravity was at the bowling missile item location, that one location Tilly was unable to check in Wreck Ship. This is a best of 5. There'll be 3 races tonight, and if need be, there'll be another 2 tomorrow evening. And for anyone who has joined us late, this is the Zeb316 Rodent of Unusual Size Grudge match between Zeb316, the winner of our Rat Bracket, and Tilimorf, the winner of our Mouse Bracket for Zeb316 2020. It is a best of 5 set. And I mean, it's really just, we call it a grudge match, but there's no grudge held between them. They were in different brackets, they never even played each other. But it's fun to call things grudge matches. Alright, Tilly finds the screw attack at Billy Mays. That'll be nice for when he does make it into Lower Norfair. But that gravity location is just it's not gonna work for Tilly. Alright, sorry about that. I had a Discord ping I had to answer real quick. It's alright, Tilly checks construction zone, sees just missiles. And at this point, I think Tilly knows where gravity is. Or Tilly might think that waterway is in logic. I mean, honestly, other than waterway, which isn't in logic, but Tilly may or may not know that, the red ship spot's the only spot he's got left. So he should know, after this check, where gravity suit is. No, the gravity suit location can have gravity. No, waterway can't. But Tilly may or may not know the waterway logic that you know, that particular portion. Or, as Captain Stack said, it could just be, I'm in the area, might as well check it now. Could have been like a high jump boot, which would have been nice. Yeah, at this point, Tilly has to know where gravity is. And is kicking himself. Zeb finishes off Dragon without issue, and gets about a reverse half-happy? Reverse halfy, not a reverse full halfy. Ran out of health before he could do the reverse full halfy. Yeah, the reverse three-quarter Z. Yeah, at this point, I have to assume we're going to see Tilly head back up to wreck ship. Because I believe he's checked everything else. We'll see whether he heads up Red Tower right here. If he heads down, I'm not sure where he'd be going. He's going down. Is he going to go for a bootless lava dive? I think if there was anything in Norfair he didn't check. Or... cracks the tube, but keeps on going. Well, he checked Bubble Mountain. He checked all the items at Bubble Mountain, and even the item in the corner of Bubble Mountain itself. Could be trying for Suitless, but he's really going to need Grapple for Suitless. Jodas, it only counts as a grudge match because I was the one who got to make the title, so I decided to call it a grudge match because, I don't know, I feel like calling it one. I got to write the title, so you all have to deal with the fact that it's now a grudge match instead of an exhibition. Even though these two never raced each other to start with. Alright. So Tilly gonna go grab the power bombs from the corner of Bubble Mountain. That gives him Crystal Flash ammo. I mean, which is nice, don't get me wrong, but... as Tilly is catching the save at Bubble Mountain, and there's a decent chance we're about to see some bootless lava dive attempts by Tilly, Zeb is on the elevator to Turian. With his ammo situation and beam combo, we should see Zeb make very short work of Turian here. Now Tilly does have a lot more E-tanks than you would normally see in like a GT Classic bootless lava dive. So he's got a couple of attempts at this. Alright, so he's gonna draw out. Gonna draw the flame from the right-hand side. Get up there. Oop, didn't quite. You gotta get up there and turn around as the flame is hitting you. Get at least 2 jumps, preferably 3 off the spikes, and that'll help you get over. Tilly's probably got about 1 more shot at this, so not with that. Probably gonna see him just go ahead and take the death. So Tilly did have 3 reserve tanks. Zeb doesn't go for baby skip, doesn't have high jump, so it's not really... I believe it's doable without high jump, but you don't actually save any time without high jump. And Tilly takes the death in the lava dive. And Zeb goes for the refill. Tilly not heading back for another bootless. I think Tilly knows where Gravity Suit is and is about to try and go get, or is about to go get it. And he might be collecting Gravity Suit about the time Zeb is finishing up. That is unfortunate from Tilly. That's a terrible place to run out of power bombs because there's not a good farming spot in Wreck Ship. Well, once you get past the bulls in Wreck Ship. Alright, Zeb already on Mother Brain 2. Counting shots before switching over to super missiles. Should be 20 charge shots and then the 40 supers. As his current beam combo and a super missile do exactly the same amount of damage to Mother Brain. But I'm gonna do a little missile action in there too. As Tilly is gonna head up the turquoise tower. Catch up on Zeb's side. Should be about it. Rainbow beam. Zeb is in the cutscene. Let me take this time. We do have 2 more races to let everybody know. We do have 2 more races tonight. Races 1 through 3 of this best of 5 will be tonight, just back to back. The stream will go down shortly in between to reset up everything. You guys should be following these runners. As I always say, they race video games on the internet for your enjoyment for free. They are not getting paid for this. So you can at least give them a follow, you'll make their day. You should follow our tracker, Sailor Jade. Jade has done a good bit of tracking for us during SMRAT 2020. We always appreciate it. And if you want to follow me, go for it. I don't care. I'm past my stage of telling people directly to not follow me. Just, if you want to, go for it. I don't care. Alright, Tilly heading into Wreck Ship. Zeb is having the baby take all the hits for him like the terrible human being that Samus is. Letting the baby just take all of those onion ring hits. And dying. Poor baby. Alright, so it's gonna be 36 shots with the Hyper Beam, 2 Mother Brains, Dome Piece. All up in Mother Brain's face. And that is... Let the Mother Brain Brain heads hit the floor. And that is Mother Brain 3 down for Zeb, just the escape remaining. It looks like Zeb should be finishing up about the time Tilly gets the gravity suit. They should be pretty close to each other, honestly. Which is unfortunate. We do have a note from Tilly in the SRL room saying, I don't think I'm playing this seed correctly. I mean, it's just super unfortunate on Tilly's part to run out of power bombs when he did. It is rough, but it unfortunately does happen. Zeb makes his way through the Leodoc's room. Gets a spark up the climb. And Tilly finds the gravity suit. Save the animals. We are not going to see that happen. Neither of these runners is going to save the animals. And we have a dot done from Zeb316 in first place with a time of 1:04.09. A GG to Zeb on the win on the first. That button. That's the right button. Look at me hitting the right button. Alright, we'll have to see whether Tilly is going to drop a forfeit or not. Looks like he may be continuing. Nope, there's the forfeit. Alright, and that is a forfeit from Tilimorf. So that gives Zeb a 1-0 lead in this best of 5 series in the ROUS Grudge match. Joining us. The stream will go down for just a minute or two, and we'll come back up with Game 2 shortly. But major GG's to Zeb, and like I said, we will be right back. Oh, wait. I guess I will let Zeb's credits roll so we can find out where high jump and plasma were before I kill the stream. Those are the only two majors that we didn't see. I've got to roll them a new seed for match 2 anyway. Power bomb packs, not the lowest we've ever seen. We have actually seen one seed that only had 1 power bomb pack in it. But 7's not too bad. They just must have been in odd places because neither of our runners found more than 3 packs. Plasma, missile, lower Norfair, near wave, Franker Z, and high jump missile, right Meridia Sand Pit.